Mr. B. Thiagarajan, Managing Director, Blue Star, joins us now. Mr. Thiagarajan, good morning. Thank you for joining us. So channel check by Motilal Oswal, which is securities firm, suggests that the festival demand was not very strong for consumer durable. Diwali and Durga Puja, since they were celebrated closely, do you think they cannibalized the sales for each other?
Good morning, Nikunj. As far as room air conditioners is concerned, we had a fantastic festival season as well. In fact, the growth was more than 30%. It is probable that other durables did not do well, but very clearly, air conditioners business has been growing and it continues even today.
Uh, Global warming is the real deal, and I was reading a newspaper report in the morning that yesterday apparently was the hottest December we've had in the city of Mumbai, and I could feel it, right? Because I started the air conditioning, and air conditioning in Mumbai in the month of December is something you don't normally talk about. How is this impacting your demand for home or window ACs?
Yeah, there are multiple reasons. The temperature conditions across the country during the summer as well as post-summer season has been somewhat unbearable, and even the winter has not set in north in timely. It is only now beginning to take place. The demand continues, and as I had mentioned to you when I met last time, people are used to air conditioning in multiple ways now in the offices, in the restaurants, in the cinema theaters, in the car or bus or metro rail in which they travel. Air conditioners become an important need for the residential customers. Plus, in urban locations, there is no cross ventilation as well. Temperature put together with humidity conditions will grow the market for room air conditioners. And we are also responsible for global warming. Therefore, the industry is closely working with the government on improving the energy efficiency as well as reducing the global warming. So this industry is also regulated in that manner.
Uh, what is happening to the industrial demand? Because that is one of the mainstays of Blue Star. While we can connect and resonate the brand in terms of a consumer durable brand, very large revenue and profit for Blue Star also comes from what is called as industrial cooling solutions. What is the update there?
Again, excellent. In the electromechanical projects business, it is driven by manufacturing and data center demand predominantly. As you're aware, data center requires a lot of cooling, and that business is growing. Secondly, for the commercial air conditioning, whether it is shop, showroom, boutiques, retail spaces, small hospitals, hotels, the demand continues to grow. Surprisingly, it is also from tier 3, 4, 5 towns. And that business also is growing at over 20%. So the air conditioning industry has at last arrived in the country. And the commercial refrigeration driven by the growing need for consumption of frozen food or the extension of life of fruits and vegetables, cold rooms, that business also is growing. Most importantly, we had discussed about this in the past as well. The quick commerce also is driving the growth for commercial refrigeration. A lot of players want to store the perishables closer to the market or where the demand is.
Interesting. Mr. Thiagarajan, how is it that you foresee the 60% tariff on Chinese imports as proposed by the Trump administration impacting your RAC and UCP segments specifically? And what percentage of your spare parts that you use in the air conditioners are imported from China?
Good morning. It's a pleasure interacting with you. The issue is not the tariff here. The industry is dependent on a few critical components. Thanks to the PLI scheme, which is a very successful one, domestic manufacturing and the component ecosystem is growing very fast. In the meanwhile, take for example certain electronic components or compressors. The industry is dependent on China till such time we develop the local value chain. The issue is not connected with tariff. The issue is connected with non-tariff barriers. It has to be certified by BIS. You need a specific approval for importing. So this has been an issue the government and the industry are discussing each time and get those products allowed to be imported. That's how the industry is moving on. Indeed, supply chain is an important issue, and what US or Europe is going to do will impact India as well, because at the end of the day, China as a country will take decisions on production or sales or pricing depending on the global supply chain scenario. It's one subject which is being discussed in the boardrooms. It's a very important subject, the supply chain for manufacturing.
Okay, what is the inventory looking like right now for the unitary cooling products, especially RACs?
It is good at reasonable levels, but as you're aware, this is a period where we have to build up inventory for summer. So we are working hard and introducing more shifts to ramp up production for the summer season. At this juncture, having more inventory is a good thing to do.
Okay, fair enough. And with the Bureau of Indian Standards refusing to rectify the factories of over 50 component suppliers in China and Vietnam, is this going to affect your production timelines for the next summer? Are you prepared for the potential shortage of components? How is it that you guys are addressing this challenge?
As far as the forthcoming summer season is concerned, there shouldn't be any problem, but the industry is proactive, as is the government. In fact, DPIT continues to hold meetings. In fact, there was a meeting even yesterday in order to understand what are the bottlenecks, how it can be removed. See, there is a PLI scheme. All of us have invested in that. There was a second, third phase. All of us have committed to that. So when the manufacturing is growing, supply chain will have to be kept smooth. And we are now talking about post-July. What could be the bottleneck? How we have to mitigate that? It has to be tackled on a quarter-on-quarter basis.
Mr. Thiagarajan, the last time we were chatting with you, you told us that you intend to deploy 500 crore rupees of capital. Have you chalked up a plan on where this capital will be raised from and deployed across verticals, the breakdown?
I wish to clarify, the debate was exactly about the supply chain again, that there are disruptions. In order to mitigate that, we will continue to maintain the growth of over 30% in room air conditioners. I explained that it is important for us to invest in components inventory, raw material inventory, and we have disclosed that close to around 500 crores of working capital has been deployed. It is from internal accruals. So there is no raising capital for that purpose because as you may recall, last year we had raised rupees 1,000 crore through QIP. So we are comfortable with regard to the cash. But the need to deploy additional working capital for supply chain mitigation is a reality. It is true for the entire industry.
Okay, thank you for joining in. Good to have you on board, sharing with us your growth projections.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.